Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavone. Hello, Panickers.
Hello, Panickers. Good to see you all. I almost said happy birthday for some reason.
Hey, that's what I say when I'm nervous. Hey, happy birthday, guys. They're like, what?
Actually, that feels safe because, like, there's a good chance you missed a birthday.
That's true. I miss them all the time. I'm off of Facebook. I don't get any birthday reminders. I'm a horrible person now.
I don't think so. I feel like the birthday Facebook thing's over with, or at least for me.
Well, Facebook was just long enough for you to forget about everyone's birthday because you had the reminder when you logged in. So
right,
it's just like telephone numbers. You used to have to memorize them. I mean, I'm a little older than you, but But now, like, I don't even attempt to memorize anything. But that's how it was with birthdays and Facebook. And now that I'm not on, I forgot my sister's birthday. I don't know if she listens. Happy birthday, Kelly. I forgot a lot of people's birthday. My best friend from high school, I forgot his, even though I had it memorized, half of my life.
Yeah, I only have my parents' phone number and mine.
Yeah. I mean, I have my parents' old phone number from when I was a kid. I don't even know what it is now.
Not the cell phones, the house phone.
The house phone, yeah. I still use it for like CVS checkout, put it in.
Oh, the points.
The points, yeah.
Oh man. I don't know the comedian's name, so I'm not I'll be safe. But I did a show and they brought out the CVS receipt.
You brought out an actual receipt?
The long CVS receipt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which for listeners is old joke, I think. But when I saw it, I was like, man, what a blast from the past.
Yeah, not only is it such an old stand-up joke, it's an old internet joke. It's become a meme almost.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just like memes of people with long receipts and
right.
I think somebody had a meme where a mummy was wrapped in them. I don't know.
That's great. That's really funny.
Yeah, there's still some meat left on the CVS receipt bone, but
for sure,
not enough to just bring out that's like a lazy joke.
I gotta tell you that there's plenty of meat now that I've heard that joke. That was
the mummy.
The mummy's very meaty to me. I loved that.
All right, well, I got more for you.
I can't wait. Save it for my birthday.
That I forget.
Oh man.
Well, I want to start off by shouting out. There's a mini backstory, but Joe still making that movie we talked about last week that we went to the premiere.
Yes,
it's going a wide release to theaters Wednesday, and to promote it, he wanted to do a thing where he did a Q&A after the movie that Chuck filmed, and then he was going to get people to have reactions about the movie next to the poster.
Yes.
Did he tell you about that?
I was there when we came up with the idea, and then he told me what you're about to tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave that.
Oh, okay.
But while I'm there, so the Q&A, we get there. We're doing the poster thing right after the Q&A. So I sit in the Q&A and just watch Joe, and then that lets out, and everyone's leaving, and there was this guy that looked at me and walked up to me. And he said, "Hey man, I love the podcast."
Whoa.
And I was like, because it was Joe there, I was confused. I was like, what podcast? Which, playing it cool. I get too cool.
I mean, that you sort of played it cool. That indifferent coolness.
The accidental coolness.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he's talking about that mindful metal jacket that Joe had or something.
Yes.
I thought that he was talking about that, but he's like, no, panic attacking. It makes my week every week. And I'm going, and I just went, oh my God. I started freaking out. I became the fan of his. So his name is Alex. Shout out to Alex.
Oh, sorry.
Oh God, we gotta get pixelated for that again.
By the way, people are loving the ball shots. So that got more people to check out the video last week.
Oh my God, it's so human, so human. The balls.
They're in my court.
Yeah, they're in a They
They're
need
out
to
of
be in
order.
underwear. They need to be in underwear and pants.
Yeah. Fruit of the cat.
So I did that thing where I get so excited to meet somebody. I ask them their name and they tell me, and then as we talk and the conversation ends, I completely forget what it is.
Yeah.
And instead of asking what your name is, I do a thing where I just guess their name. And I've talked about this a couple times on past episodes. But man, I was way off when I guessed his name. I was like, Kevin, right? And he's like, what?
Oh man. All right. So you said Kevin. I'm gonna guess it's Brad.
His real name?
Yeah.
It's Alex.
Oh,
You did the same thing I did.
I just took a guess.
That's what I did.
Wait, is Alex? Is it an Alex we've met?
I don't
Well,
know.
you
I think he
haven't
said
met him.
he's messaged the podcast. I don't know. Why? Do you know one?
I mean, I know a bunch of Alexes. No, I'm not sure.
He lives in the New York area, I assume. He
That's
came to the
great.
screening.
Well, shout out to Alex. Thank you for making Andrew's day and giving him amnesia.
I think making your day. I mean,
Made my day, but I'm talking about this one instance.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool to be recognized on the street. It
Yeah.
hasn't really I don't think it's happened yet, except for when we do shows.
Right. You haven't been recognized before?
From the podcast?
Or from I got you. I was gonna say in
from
general.
comedy?
Yeah.
On the street? A couple just from different shows. Somebody would be
Right.
like, hey, you're that guy. Were you there performing this weekend?
Right.
Yes, I was. That's about it. I don't
Man.
Oh, and then I got recognized for TikTok a couple times.
I was gonna say, that's what was bugging me. I knew you told me honest on here that TikTok story
Yeah.
at the bar.
Right. When I was sitting by myself like a loser. That's when you want to get recognized, just be alone and uncomfortable.
Man, I thought the TikTok life was a lot happier.
Man, fame, I guess, doesn't look as good as it seems. Huh?
Wow, man. Somebody get this guy a retweet. Oh man. Well, that's amazing. That's really cool. And then tell the rest that the part that I know.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess only
So
like
funny.
three people were willing to do the movie thing
Yeah.
by the poster, and they were just like, hey, whatever. It was good. So then I went on to the camera and I went, oh my God, it was great. Oh, I started freaking out.
Yeah.
I started yelling about how good the movie was. And then I had this thought after I was just yelling for no reason that, we were wrapping up and I go, hey, wait, like, this would be a cool moment is because Joe is right here.
Yeah.
What if I'm freaking about the movie and Joe steps behind me and taps me on the shoulder and I turn around and it's him from the movie?
Yeah.
And they were into that. So then I go back and I start doing the usual thing I had been doing and going, oh my God, it was so good. Every moment better than the last. And then he taps me on the shoulder and I go, oh my God, it's him. It's Jeff.
So I heard this today. So funny that you called him by his character's name instead of his real name.
Yeah, well, because that would be just some guy who just watched the movie. I had to keep him the character of
Yeah,
some
yeah.
guy.
It's so funny.
And I ended up calling him, it ended up coming out as Joe F. It came out as Joe F. Jeff.
Oh, he left that out.
Oh, well, I covered it up pretty well.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I think it's gonna come out on Tuesday, so I'll retweet it or whatever.
Wow. That's so cool. That'll be good. It's going to be shared all over for the movie press.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I don't even know what it is. What is? Did he tell you what it is?
Well, we were in the backyard, and Isabel was over, and we were just joking about those things you see where there's the testimonials.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, it's like what's the right word? An indie movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's not gonna be all that stuff for this unless he makes it himself.
Yeah.
And Isabel was like, you should do a joke one where it's people being like, and I don't remember, none of the jokes we had were what you did. What you did was funnier than what we were riffing about. But he was like, yeah, we should do a funny testimonial clip thing. So that's going to be shared by at least Joe and everybody that liked the movie.
But it's not going to be on TV, right?
No, but
Like,
I mean,
it's not going to be like a commercial for it.
No, all over social media, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I don't
what
think
you were saying about press package made me think it's going to be screened in theaters. Or whatever.
I mean, it could be because they have control. Like they could put it before the movie if they wanted. You know, I doubt it, but they could. They're in control of it. But it'd be cool. Okay. Either way, you're going to be shared a bunch. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's cool. Wait, one other thing. But it wasn't any jokes there. He was just literally, people were really just saying what they were saying. And he's like, if you want to come by, I don't know. We had no plan.
Well, he told me what you did was hilarious. And I think it will be. I think.
Thank God I came because there was no jokes. There was nothing there. There was not. It wouldn't have been funny.
Well, he said it was so funny. And when he described it to me, I was cracking up. So I'm sure it's great.
All right, everybody, stay tuned.
Yeah. And we'll retweet it on all of our stuff. So everyone will see it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, so that was that. And then you and me did something the other day. What did we do? I know we just went to the park, but yeah, is that what we did?
We hung out in the backyard.
Oh, okay.
With Matt Wayne.
Oh, we did the Grove show.
Yeah, we did the Grove show.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah.
We did the Grove show. Sean Murphy was there. Matt Wayne, like I said, you, me, Sarah.
Yeah. There was a lot of comics, and then
Sean Murphy, I think I already said.
Yeah, Sean Murphy was hanging out, and he asked Joe, or Joe asked him, hey, you want to go on? And Sean Murphy did the thing where go on means like perform on the show as a comic, but he did a thing where he was trying to be nice and go, no, it seems like the line was pretty big. And Joe just went, all right. And then he went to Jacob Williams and said, do you want to go on? And Jacob immediately said yes. Jacob has no polite bone in his body.
It was without hesitation. I honestly think he said, do you guys want to go on? And as Sean was saying no, Jacob had already finished saying yes.
Oh my God. So fun. It was so funny. Two guests that we've had.
Yeah.
So then, and then like Joe was smoking a cigar before we had to leave. And he's like, I don't want to waste this. And he brings it to Grove and he's just smoking in the back, like a cool mafia guy. There's like no rules at that place. So he's just lighting up a cigar.
He kept doing bits like he was an old timey celebrity. And when people were like, what do you want the lineup to be? He took a big puff and looked into the sky.
And then I'm like, well, I don't want to waste these two, I guess.
Yes,
even though like
you had one as well. The people should know that you had at the apartment, and you and him both brought yours over to Grove.
Yeah, but when we were smoking at your apartment, I'm like, oh, thank God, the perfect time to stop, so I can start winding down for bed. Because it was like already like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. when we left your place.
Yeah,
and then he's like, no, let's keep smoking at the club. So I'm like, oh man, I'm smoking there at like 9, 9:30, 10. I couldn't sleep. I was up till like 4 a.m.
Oh, really? They keep you up that? I mean, that's true. I did look over at you and you looked like you were glitching.
Yeah, I was overdosed on nicotine. And I did it on stage too. I like lost my place and I started freaking out.
Oh, that's true. You did stand still for a second and like rub your face.
Yeah, too much cigar at once is overloads me.
Well, they're thick. They're just like thick cigars. They're long. It
Yeah, it's like a lot of
looks like
tobacco
18
packed in there.
Sharpies duct taped together. Get a bunch of these.
And then
Oh man.
and then you went to Albany. I haven't been able to ask you about the show, but that's kind of your second home club, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I flew to Pittsburgh
Oh,
and had a show where I was on the Pickles Festival.
okay.
So
What is that?
in Pittsburgh, Heinz exists in Pittsburgh. It's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they got Heinz Stadium.
They got Heinz Stadium. Well, they also have the Picklesburg Festival, and it's all pickles, pickle ice cream, pickle beer, like all this pickles stuff.
And it's because of Heinz or something else.
It used to be an advertisement for Heinz where they had these little pickle pins
Oh,
and they would give them out, and it was marketing for Heinz. And then a guy just created a pickles festival, and it's like massive in Pittsburgh. It's gigantic.
I
And
never.
to
Oh.
open the festival this year, they had 4 comedians in a theater, and it was me, Rojo Perez,
Oh, wow.
Sammy Obeid, and Jackie Fabulous. And Colin Chamberlain was on the show, and 2 other Pittsburgh comics.
Yeah, he's from there.
Yeah. And so I flew out to Pittsburgh, get to the festival. Colin and I are walking around. We do this show, and they had me do, it's from the Lucy Fest people. And I love them so much. They had me do so much promotion that I was like, no one's coming to this. The amount of promotion I'm doing.
Like in Pittsburgh, like doing the radio stuff?
I did 2 or 3 radio programs, a social media video, and a couple other things. And I was like, with as much promo as I'm doing, I don't think anyone's coming. And I get
usually the opposite. The more promo you do,
I guess, but like, you know what I mean? When the people are like, hey, can you share the post a couple more times? That's sort of like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a red flag, that one.
That's what it felt like. So I get to Pittsburgh, and I run into Colin, and we're chatting, and he's like, did they have you share a lot of stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I don't think anyone's coming.
Oh, wow.
And we get there, and it's full. The theater's full, and we were like, oh my God. And they were like, yeah, we were worried no one was gonna be here.
And everyone's there.
Yeah.
Pickle,
so
the pickle people.
we were in one.
Yeah. Purple People Eater was the headliner.
It was a Vlasic joke. And so
there wasn't a dill moment.
That last comic was a Gurk.
It was a Vlasic moment. Did you do that one yet?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that wasn't kosher, what you just did.
Don't get salty with me.
There was a spear cut to my chest.
Oh man, that's well,
I'll send you the dill.
Well, the next one is going to be in that big city in eastern Pennsylvania where the Eagles play. It's called Dilly.
All right. I'm really excited about that one. That was great. So we do the theater. The local comics go up. Rojo Perez goes up, and I go up. Good show's great. After we all do our set, the people running the show give us pickle beer.
Oh.
And I've cut back on alcohol, so this is like the first beer I've had in like probably a month or so.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. It's a pickles festival. Mm-hmm. And it was like a salty pickly beer.
I can't imagine that.
Jackie Fabulous and I are drinking it together, and I'm like, I would have liked to just get the check. But it was actually good. Like it was a good pickle beer. Try a
wow.
pickle beer, but you're only gonna want one. But
I've had a pickle soda before.
oh God, why does that sound worse?
Yeah, it wasn't good. But you know what's good and surprisingly good, and I've only had them in New York. I don't know where they are, but some bars will have like the most bottom shelf whiskey, and then after you take a shot of that, they give you a shot of pickle juice, and it's
I've
called
done the shot at pickle juice, the pickleback.
the pickleback. Yeah.
Yeah,
And when I
I
first
like
moved here,
that.
they were like $3 or something. They were like something outrageously cheap, and then you just go with your friends and just be really suffering for
I've
for low
enjoyed
price.
that. I've had pickle chips. Pickle chips are great.
Yeah, I think I've had those. Are you talking about the deep fried sliced pickles or
There's
pickle
pickle
flavored?
flavored chips I've had.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, the festival was great, but I kept being like, how are they gonna make this like a whole thing with just pickles? And everyone was like freaking out. They loved it. It was a pickles. It was all pickle stuff. I even got a. I
Did
think
the
I have
Rugrats come and make a cameo? Tommy Pickles and Stu.
I was in one. I already did that. I have a pickle hat that they gave me.
Oh, let me see.
I can't find it.
Oh,
I think it's in my yeah, it's in my luggage.
so then you had to fly to Pittsburgh from Pittsburgh to Albany? That's like
then I go to the after party with all the people that ran the thing because they're also the Lucy Fest people that I know very well. And we're all hanging out. So we hang out till like 2 a.m. My flight is at boards at 5:30.
Oh my God.
So I just go back to the hotel. I take like an hour and a half or 2 hour nap.
That's such a
Fly
dangerous nap.
Yeah.
That's like a
Flying.
dangerous nap.
It was I surprisingly was not waking up over and over. I set up multiple alarms.
Okay.
I wake up, I get in the Uber. Both of my Ubers in Pittsburgh are the chattiest Ubers I've ever had. And I'm like half asleep. I got a pickle sticking out of my ear. You know, I'm all crazed from the party.
I have a theory everywhere except for New York has chatty Ubers.
That's true.
Like I get picked up to go to JFK. It's literally an hour ride. The guy literally doesn't say a word. Even when I get out of the car, he doesn't say a word. And then I take the plane to wherever. And the guy just, before he pulls up, he's talking to me. His head is out of the window asking how my flight was.
Hey, Andrew, is that you?
Andrew, hey,
Hey, it was a good flight.
Hey, pretty muggy, huh? This weather is really bad lately.
So where are you from?
Ace, you got any more of that gum? No, I don't. I appreciate staying out of my personal affairs. You know what I just got on the rewatch of Ace Ventura? This is a sidestep here. But Dan Marino wants gum because he made out with Einhorn Finkel.
Yeah.
Remember Einhorn Finkel kissed him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that's why I wanted the gum. I thought he just wanted gum at the moment.
Oh, it was a callback because remember he
eats the gum
a
when
bunch of gum when he's on his way.
Yeah, that was a callback I never got as a kid, but
oh man, so funny.
Just thought it was just so random for Dan Marino to ask Ace about gum, but now it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So great. So I fly to Syracuse. I'm driving. I pick up Peter, drive to Albany.
Pick up Peter from where?
His apartment.
In Queens?
There's no flights to Albany that don't connect in LaGuardia.
No, but you said you flew to Syracuse.
Oh, if I did it by accident.
Oh, okay.
I flew home to Queens.
Okay, you flew to Queens.
Grabbed the car and picked up Peter and drove to Albany on like 2 hours of sleep and then headlined that night.
Oh, that's crazy, man. You didn't get one nap in Albany? Wow.
And my parents are like, lay down. And I'm like, I'm telling you, this overtiredness is going to really do well in the show, but I'm going to crash right after.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah. The show went great, but after I just felt like a sack of bricks on that bed. But great
that's nice.
shows in Albany. Lizzie Cassidy came out and hosted, and then Peter featured, and it was so much fun.
Were you able to do 2 shows Saturday?
No,
Uh
I that's the new goal I have in life. But the shows that I had were full, but no late show.
well, Albany's great. The whole staff at that Funny Bone's really nice. The
So
manager,
great.
Kayla, or owner, or whoever that is.
Yeah, Kayla, yeah.
And then the sound booth guy, redheaded guy.
Hunter is who we had in the sound booth.
Maybe it's him. Yeah. Everyone's really cool.
Yeah.
The menu, though, is the most lacking place.
We were
Got
able
like
to
3 items.
great. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. So the menu was decent when we were there, but I'm a picky eater, as
Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
I ordered the grilled chicken sandwich, and I go, "Is there mayo on it?" And they go, "No, there's no mayo." I'm like,
Of
"Great."
course, there's mayo. There's mayo in every chicken sandwich.
That's why I asked. I'm like,
I know. They're
is-
lying to you. It's always mayo.
I go, "Well, if there is going to be mayo, please don't do that." And she's like, "Got it. No worries." I'm like, "Thank you." Sandwich shows up in the back of the room as I'm waiting to go on. And I lift the bun because I've been burned too many times. And big goop, big slop of goop on
Big
there.
hunk.
And I'm like, okay. It looked like a camel sneezed. And I'm like, all right. I sniff the bun to make sure, because I'm not positive it's mayo. It's not classic white. So I'm like, okay. And I smell it and I'm like, And Lizzie Cassidy's next to me and I go, "I'm sorry." And then she looks at me and goes, "You want me to sniff it?" And I go,
whoa.
Yep. I go, "Yep." Please.
So she knew that. I would have never have guessed.
So she sniffed the bun. She's like, "It's garlic, like aioli or whatever," which
Okay.
has some mayo in it, I think.
It's
right?
all mayo. That's all mayo. Aioli's mayo.
That's
with
what
like
I thought,
flavoring.
Yeah.
It's like LaCroix mayo. Watermelon essenced.
It's like a combo.
Yeah.
So I eat some of it and then I go on stage. But since we're already covering me, I have to do a huge shout out. And then this is my big thing here.
Okay.
I had some fans come to the Saturday show, and my parents point them out that they were sitting there waiting to come in, and they're so nice. And I'm talking to them, and I gotta reveal these in the right order here. One of them shows me, she goes, "I saw you in Syracuse years ago, and you're so funny." And I'm like, "Thank you so much." And on her purse was this pin.
Whoa. She made
And
that?
She made that, and it's me reading a Captain America comic book. And then the other woman, she's so nice. You already saw it, but they made a flag.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Two-sided, different sides.
Two-sided flag. So when I was on stage, they were in the front and I did bits with it. I'm like, oh, if I'm bombing, it's got to be like this. And I hang it upside down. And I go, normally, I go, this isn't the first crowd that's brought a flag, or waved a flag, but usually they're white.
Usually, they usually have a skull and crossbones. They're my pirate fans.
Yeah. They bootleg my stuff. And
Yeah. Oh man, they're from Somalia, but
yeah, it is Somalia crowd.
That small crowd. That's like in concerts. You ever see concerts and the people hold up the flags of wherever they're from or whatever?
Yeah, but like
this a lot. So you just they're from your face, I guess.
And I held the flag up and the crowd cheered, and I go, "I just want to let you know that these two have better merch than I do." Oh man. So yeah, pretty awesome. Big shout out to the ladies They're anxious people. I don't know if I should. I don't if they want their name shouted out. So, anyways,
Let's shout them out. Shout out. Do you know their names?
I do. I remember Gina. Gina's the one that brought the flag, and I just met. I have her name here. I wrote it down.
Okay.
Oh God. Where is it? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh no. Well, this is basically why I wasn't going to do it.
It's okay.
Recent. Anyways,
well, we can
I'll shout you out in the intro.
Okay. All right. So we can get into a topic real quick if you want. Speaking of listeners. Is
I
that
have
cool?
I have Evelina's pulled up.
Oh, let me get Olivia's first.
Sure.
Okay, so Olivia wrote, "Hey guys," she DM'd us on our Instagram. Panic Attacking Podcast is our handle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Panic Attacking Pod?
I thought that's our Twitter handle, I believe.
Okay. Well, Olivia wrote, "Okay, topic alert. I feel Andrew can definitely relate to because I recall he's gone through something similar. Car shopping." And I have, that was September 2020.
Yes.
Car shopping. I have requirements and I'm trying to find what I can honestly afford so I'm not killing myself monthly. I already pre-approved for a certain amount. I only want to spend 20,000 or realistically less, but I need a third row vehicle and absolutely no minivan. Yeah, minivan, I can see why it's people say it's lame. I mean, this is just my own commentary.
I think minivans are the best.
I would, if I was a dad, I would just get one. Who cares? I don't know. But Olivia, single mom.
Single mom, if you do any sort of traveling, more storage is always better.
Well, I just mean single mom with a minivan is a bad look. If you want to go on a date and you pick up a man in a minivan.
That's a shaggin' wagon.
I guess, yeah. When I was a kid, my parents had the best minivan ever. I mean, this is so 90s, but it hit a button and the door would open on itself.
Oh, I loved it.
It was be all slow, but it was like from the future to me.
Yeah.
And
Did you ever do the thing as a joke where you pretend to be moving it with your mind?
Oh, like a Jedi?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've seen videos where people did it with their minivans. So funny.
But we had one where there was like a little flat screen that was like literally the worst one ever, and it folds down, and we had a VHS player, and we had two VHSs, Ace Ventura, and I think Billy Madison, and we just burned through those on road trips. And literally, like, we're sitting in the chair, man. Me and my brother looking at the screen, and it's like all blurry because if you look at it from the side, it distorts, because it's a first flat screen. So literally no idea what's going on because I can't see anything. But it was so cool to have something to watch
right
at the time.
I loved. We had a minivan. I loved the minivan. I liked it was like a tank. It felt like it. I don't know. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't think it's lame, but I guess as an adult, you probably don't want to succumb to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some baggage associated with that. Maybe a coolness.
Parking is what I would be wondering. Is it too thick of a van? Is it bulky? Is it hard to parallel park? Do you have to parallel?
All minivans, yeah.
Yeah, so that I'd be worried about.
So, she goes on to say, as you may know from previous topics, I'm a mom to 3 beautiful children, and I have a dog. I didn't know you had a dog, but I know the children. So a basic car is not ideal for my family. I went car shopping today for 3 hours. I had the worst anxiety, test driving cars, got in one, absolutely hated it. It wasn't a van, but it felt like a van. Yeah, I always hate the test. This is my own side commentary. The test drive, I feel so bad for the guy if I hate the car. Because usually the guy who's selling the car is selling the crap out of it. He's like, see those seats, son? They feel nice. Pedals. And I'm like, this sucks. Just to myself, I'm like, this car sucks. I like selling the crap, like, check it out. Light switch. All cars have that. So then she says, I really like two of them, but they're so unrealistically priced. I found basically the same ones for a few thousand cheaper. I get location can be a factor, but the place I'm getting a loan through has requirements what the car has to be as well. She said, sorry for the long story, but I'm having the worst anxiety over this car shopping. I also want my monthly payments to be at least 300. 300 is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I said, keep in mind, this will be my third time of me purchasing a car. I've already had 2 cars I made payments on. I paid them off, fully owned them for a little bit, but my family just keeps getting bigger. So that keeps calling for bigger cars. The market right now is absolutely awful. Just my luck. Okay, so this is what I would say, Olivia. Your family's always growing. I don't know what if you've got a pre-approved for a 20 grand loan, I would look into leasing. It's 3 years. You get your 3-row car for a little less than your monthly payment. My lease is 3 years. The monthly payment worked out to be less than owning it, and I have the option to buy at the end of 3 years. So you can test drive it for 3 years, and if you hate it, then I don't know.
No, I'm with you.
That's my. I gotta ask Olivia. She tried that. Other than the car thing, I would walk in with exactly what you want, and I would walk in with another person as well. So if you have a buddy,
yes,
it's always good to have backup because it helps the anxiety if somebody is like confirming your thoughts. I think this sucks, and some guy's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, it does. But by yourself, car shopping, that's horrible. You shouldn't do that.
Yes, I agree. I will never do it by myself. I didn't go with Caitlin, but Caitlin had a part, like somebody that came with her.
Joe Wiener.
Yes, that's right.
Jack Hamburger.
Jack. Dill Pickle.
Dill Pickle, yeah. Tommy Pickle. Oh, man, my watch. Okay.
Well, do we have time to do Evelina before we get into yours, or should we do Evelina after you?
What's me? My topic of the week?
Yeah.
Let me just see what it is. I wrote it down. Okay. Okay. Go. Okay, I can do me, I guess. This is a mini topic, so
okay.
Just be quick. But I did a show, same deal. Friday, I didn't have to fly or drive. I was just in Manhattan, but couldn't sleep. I was tired. And of course, that night I had 3 shows. Last one, 12:30 a.m., New York Comedy Club, which is no matter what, it's a good club.
The shows that late, I've always been surprised, have been really great.
Really great.
So late.
And they're the best club in the city with dealing with drunk people. Like they'll throw them out. Like I got in, spots at 12:30, show started 11:30. They're like, we already kicked out like 7 people. I'm like, hey, I was like, at least I kicked them out.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm like doing the show, and there's a woman who is just talking. And I go, it's so late. It's hard. And everyone was so drunk. It's hard to be rational in the moment or even be like polite or, do you know what I mean? It's like, like literally it's a drunk bunch of animals. So you have to kind of keep the, the momentum going to your dominance the whole time.
Yes.
Cause it's like a mind game of them. You know, you don't want, it's like kind of like a microcosm of society. You know, you don't want the people to know they have power.
Yeah.
So you have to just establish your power no matter what. So there's this woman just talking and right in the middle, and I go, hey, shut up.
Whoa.
Everyone laughs. And she goes, that was rude. So now I'm losing the power here.
Yeah.
And I go, no, you're rude. Everyone around you paid $20 or whatever for tickets. You're being loud. You're ruining their show. And she goes, well, I'm just telling my friend about the first time we met, me and the friend. And I go, well, no one cares. And I go, throw the heat. And I do like, I'm miming, I'm throwing heat. I go,
you mimed it.
Yeah.
Now, did the audience laugh?
Audience laughing the whole time.
Great.
I can show
Also,
the video. Want me to, or it's too complicated.
Save
Probably
it
too complicated.
for Patreon.
Okay, we'll save it for the
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Um,
But also, why? I mean, they're drunk, but like, who needs to be reminded of how they met in the middle of a show?
and I say that I'm like, there's 50 minutes left in the show. Just wait or whatever. It's me and then the check spots and then the show's over. Just wait. So she goes, she keeps talking back to me. And so there's this like tough woman with dreadlocks in the front row. And I'm going to be like, well, Dreads is I'm going to have Dreads come and get you. And then the drunk woman says, well, bring it on. I'm like,
whoa.
so then I go, oh, you don't want her. I'm just trying to like make jokes and stuff. And then I'm like, her friend's going to come too. And her friend's like, oh, well, the dreadlock person said that she's from the Bronx. Like, you don't want to handle this.
Man. I love how the woman with dreads was like, well, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah. She's like, I'm from the Bronx. You want this heat or smoke, or she said something cool. And
something the high temperature.
Right. So then I go, well, her friend's going to come too. And her friend and the Bronx woman says, no, she's from Queens. And I go, hey, I'm from Queens too. And then some people are shouting like, woo. And I'm like, you guys are from Queens? Yeah, all the boroughs are going to be, we had to take the subway here. We want a good show. We had to take the subway for 2 hours. Everyone starts going nuts. The crowd starts clapping. And I go, yeah, afterwards, we got a $200 Uber. You're going to shut the hell up. And
pretty great.
And she shut up the rest of the show. I had to get the whole crowd on my side.
You found out the whole crowd is looking for a fight. I would have been like this.
Wave the flag. I wish I had a towel. I'd throw it in. Towel with my face on it.
Man, so funny.
But it was like these moments where I'm like, even I'm starting to doubt myself. Like, did I come too hard by telling her to shut up? But I'm like, that's probably like the only thing I could say at that moment. Like,
right.
If I asked what you're talking about, you're going to drag me in. I don't know. I'm just like too tired too. I'm cranky.
I get it. Man. I might have to do my charging thing. So how does it end? You end your set on a high note, and it's that lady never comes back.
Yeah, but then I'm like, of course, like, oh my God, did I piss her off? Is she gonna Karen the club, and I'm not gonna be able to work there anymore? I don't know. But then I'm like, that's the only thing I could really do. I can't do anything else.
But also, they don't want horrible audience members.
Yeah, the bouncer also wasn't there. Like, for some reason, he took a break or something. So it was just me and her.
He saw the one with dreads, and he's like, she's got this.
Yeah. She paid her.
I'm tapping you in.
Yeah. All right. So we can do Evelina's.
Wonderful. All right. This looks like a big one. And I know that because I think she says, yep, major topic.
Oh my God.
All right. Hey, Stephen and Andrew, hope all is well with you. So I have a major topic today. Was on my way to work. Then all of a sudden my tire just falls off my car.
Wow.
I was literally a couple minutes from home. Just grateful I worked locally today and wasn't on the freeway.
That's good.
Yeah. Had been right in the middle of a construction area, and I almost hit a big construction vehicle. And was almost hit from behind. Talk about anxiety and panic attack inducing moment. What's worse is that I got bamboozled.
What's worse?
What's worse than me almost dying is I got bamboozled by a police officer into calling the city tow truck. Oh, okay. Wow. I was under the impression my car would be towed to my mechanic shop that was literally 5 minutes away. My friend was going to call AAA and come over, but because I was in a really dangerous spot, I agreed to have the police call the tow truck. They didn't even get there until 45 minutes later, which would have been the same as calling AAA. It wasn't
Oh my
until my
God.
car was on the tow truck that they told me it was going to be taken to the impound yard.
What?
I asked if they could just drop it off around the corner and they wouldn't let me. The cop then apologized for not being clear, but what good does that do? I now have to pay $340 to get it out and towed to my mechanics. I struggle financially, so having to pay $340 on top of the cost to hopefully have it fixed is absurd. I was literally a couple of weeks late paying my AAA, which is the only reason I'm having to pay this extra money.
Oh,
Shame on me for being late on the payment. My son said he paid the charges of AAA. My boyfriend and his dad said they would pay the cost to fix my car if it is
oh,
able
that's
to be
nice.
fixed.
At least you got
Yeah,
support.
you got great people in your life.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful to them. I just hope it's repairable. Thank you guys for having an outlet for me to vent when we need to. Much appreciated, Evelina.
Wow, Evelina. Evelina, I forgive me if this isn't you, but I think you're coming to Chicago. Does she live in Chicago or?
No, Evelina is on the West Coast.
Oh, geez. All right. Somebody's coming that I forgot. But I told them somebody's coming to see me in Chicago, and I told them I'm going to bring them stress balls and all the other good stuff. Whoever it is, you know who you are.
Evelina needs enough stress balls to cover.
Oh, they tweeted at me. Oh, wait. Yeah, Evelina needs more stress balls. Yeah. Malls. That's who it is. Sorry, Malls.
Yeah.
So soliloquy on Twitter.
That's right.
Malls is coming to Chicago. Malls, I got stress balls, keychains, stickers, and
stress malls.
Stress malls. Yeah.
Anyways, Evelina, I'm so sorry you're dealing with all of this. It's crazy. I'm hearing a lot of these stories lately. Peter Wong had a car, his brakes just stopped working, and he had to get AAA tow truck. Would only go so far.
Yeah, he messaged me like Sunday night at 3 a.m. Hey, can you take me to Jersey? I'm like, no. I didn't even write back, but he wrote, I already found somebody. I'm like, oh, thank God. I think he messaged that to people.
Yeah, he was stuck on the side of the road.
Oh God.
I helped him though.
Oh, good.
With AAA.
Okay.
But, and if I knew about this, Evelyn, I would gave you my other AAA. But yeah, so sorry this happened. But
she said her tire fell off.
Yeah, it just flew off.
Jeez. Well, I got a story similar to that when I was in high school. I was driving this girl I dated in high school to her house. It was like 10 miles away, and the tire just blows. Like we're driving, like luckily it was only like a 35-mile area zone. Blows. The car starts like fishtailing, spins all the way around. So me and the girl are looking at the car behind us. You know?
Oh my God!
Like we're looking in their windshield. There was a guy and a girl that kind of looked like us, and I'm just like, oh, like freaked out. And I just like, I'm like, all right, I got to get out of the road or whatever. I pull to the shoulder, which is I had to like drive the wrong way on the road to get to. And it was really nice. It was like this car backs up, and this guy gets out and he's like, hey, you okay? And I go, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. Cause my girl, she's pregnant. She's wanted me to do that. And I go, what? And he just gets in the car and he drives away with his girl. It was like such like a kind of nice thing, but pointless or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still in my mind from like years later. This guy did nothing to help me at all, but he asked. I mean, I don't know what he would want to do, but
he's literally saying, I just don't want to get yelled at by my girl.
Yeah. And I guess like back then there was no cell phones, so I don't know.
I mean, with Emelina's thing, like a cop could have told her like, hey, this is going to cost you money, or hey, this is going to be a little while. but then instead they were just like, hey, let's get you a tow truck.
Wait, hold on. So, I think somebody's knocking on my door. Can you hold on?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Kima? Are you knocking on my door? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's my name, yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm here. Thanks so much. I didn't know. I had no idea. Sorry, I don't know. This woman like knocked so softly. I think she had been knocking for like 15 minutes. Cause I'm like,
Kidding.
is that my door? It's like literally knocking. And I had a package. Jesus Christ. I must have missed it when I walked in. I don't know. I pretend I wasn't home, or I was home. I didn't leave the house. I just got in, but oh my
man.
God, it's so weird. Just
wow.
leave it outside of my door. You don't have to like make sure I'm here.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we
In the building. Just bring it in the building. Just had to make sure. She just want to look at me or something.
she got bad delivery.
Yeah. All right.
Well, anything for Evelina before we jump into other topics?
Well, the story, the high school story, I had to change the tire and just day ruined. It's a day ruiner. These tire falling off things. It's traumatizing. It's scary. You got screwed with the tow truck. It's just one of those things. I mean, you could have it as a life. Just be blessed. You have people helping you out with the mechanic because that'll be, or whatever, fixing the car. Because that's a lot of money.
A really good team, and they weren't just doing it because their girlfriend told them to. So it's a perfect situation.
I don't know. This goes against social anxiety, but it's worth a phone call to the city to explain the situation, maybe, and ask, can you cut a break? I know that you might have already paid the bill, but it's worth being like, hey, the police officer misinformed me and blah, blah, blah. And it's worth talking to somebody because there's probably some guy who never gets a phone call, who's just sitting at a desk, who's like, all right, yeah, I'll just push 2 buttons and have you not pay this. It's worth the phone call to whatever city you live in to see and plead your case. Like that's what I always go to there. And
yes,
there's a couple times where I got charged for a medical bill and I was like, well, they told me it was on insurance. And they were like, all right, we'll just knock it off. We don't even want to deal with you. Like, I don't know. It's worth the phone call, Evelina. It
is worth a phone call.
If you're struggling for money, it's worth trying to do your best to not have to pay that crap. And it is a ripoff.
Social anxiety is going to be like, well, you shouldn't be annoying, but in this situation, you should be annoying. That's the way you get what you need.
Yeah, the more annoying, and just use it as a anxiety exercise. And that's what I do too. If money's over my head, I'm like, well, I guess I got to make a phone call. I don't want to pay this.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. That's pretty good. I haven't had this situation, so that advice makes sense to me.
And with planes, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't relate to the city that well, but I called and complained, and I got
complained.
I got what?
You complained.
I complained. Yeah, I can.
Airplaned.
Yeah, jet planed, and then I like also sent an email, and then did I tell you this? I got my money refunded on the phone. I had to wait on hold for 5 hours.
Oh yes.
But then I got from the email I sent 2 months ago. I got a reply to that said, "So sorry about the inconvenience. Would a gift card help?" And I said, "Yeah." So I got a free gift card too. Because they were a mess over there.
We went to Chick-fil-A when we were at Mohegan Sun. It's like the only food that's cheap in the casino.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for our food for like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, what is this? And I go over and then, oh, because they gave us the wrong order and I'm waiting for the new order. And they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We gave your redone order to somebody else.
Mm.
And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, all right, I'll wait here for the next one. And then they give it to me. And the woman's like, can I give you anything? And I'm like, no, it's fine. Whatever. And then she goes, here, and slides over a gift card.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I think it's because it's like when you're nice in person and like understanding in person, I feel like I've had luck, but on the phone, I choose the annoying path.
Well, at first I try to be nice on the phone.
Yeah.
I try to be nice because they have the ability on the phone too I always go do nice first, and then you get a little put the edge out if you don't get what you want.
Yes.
But I'm always like, hey, listen, sorry to bother you, but my plane was delayed for 3 days. I know it happens, but it was pretty
Right.
inconvenient at the time.
Man.
Like, oh, sorry, sir. Okay, let's see what we can do. But if you go on like, fuck you, crew suck, blah, blah, they'll be like, we can't, this guy's so mean. Who cares?
Right.
Let him suffer. He's mean. He deserves it.
Oh, I'm getting a knock.
All right.
It's insane. Hold on one second.
That was freaky. What could it be? Well, I can open the thing I got. No, I'll wait. Yep, this is all going to be on YouTube, everybody. I'm not going to cut this. I don't know how.
I'm sorry.
Who was it?
I left my box that I brought home from the road in the hallway.
What
It was,
box?
a box of stuff my parents gave me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who was it on the door? Joe
It
or?
was Xenia.
Oh, okay. The other person.
the only non-comedian.
Xenia Zabridada.
Well, we should get into the rest of the topics here.
Okay. Well, Evelina, sorry you're suffering. Money, this helps me a lot, Evelina. Money comes and goes, and you're gonna get it back. This expense sucks, but whenever I have like a brutal expense, I usually get some kind of windfall thing. I don't know. Maybe you'll get a raise at work. Maybe you'll get another job that pays more.
Yeah,
it's all going
like
to balance out.
Pendulum.
It is like a pendulum. It sucks now to be tight on money and have the worst things happen to you. But soon, Evelina, you're going to get a good job that pays you even more than you've ever imagined. And your husband's going to maybe get a good job, or he's going to get hit by a Uber Eats car, and you're going to get a settlement or something. I don't know, but something's going to come your way. Just suffer the money thing now. It's all temporary. When you're got money, 5 years from now, you're going to look back and not even worry, you're going to laugh about the moment that you struggled. And
yeah, I agree.
And the struggle makes you appreciate when you do have the money. Like if you just got nonstop money all the time, like you would not appreciate anything. And there's people like that, and I can't stand them. I can't stand those people who have money all the time.
I don't think they can stand themselves either.
They can't stand themselves. They hate themselves. But it's good to have like it taken away from you. It appreciates when you have it. And, it's always good to have perspective. But don't worry, it's all going to get better.
I agree.
So, okay, let's get into the other topics. What are you talking about? Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I've got one from Patrick Holbert here. My reckless sprinter toddler who really wants to play in traffic. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can't relate to Patrick lives in the city. He lives in Astoria, I think. Doesn't he? Or he lives in Brooklyn?
He's in Astoria, I think, because that's where I see him the most. Patrick Holbert, killer comedian, so funny, really nice guy. He is a new father, obviously toddler, and Yeah, that sounds like a lot of stress, especially living in the city. There's no shyness of traffic, fast drivers, especially in the suburbs. If there's no speed bumps and they know that, they're going to drive super fast on your street.
Yeah,
It's
it's and plus like don't ever watch Pet Cemetery because they I don't know if you ever seen the movie, Steve, but they move in next to this main highway and there's always trucks driving.
Yeah,
And guess what? Kid gets hit by a like 18 wheeler.
the kid does.
Yeah. But there's a pet cemetery where you can bury him and he comes back to life.
Oh, I thought that was the pets that come back to life.
They come back too, yeah. Everyone does. But they come back a little weird. I think first the pet comes back, yeah. Then he's like, "Hey, I guess I could use this on my kid."
Oh boy. Or they could move.
Yeah, I could put up a fence or something to protect their kid from these 18 wheelers that keep driving by their house. But that gave me that was scary, yeah. So I don't know. Keep them in the backyard, keep them inside, put them in the basement, put a
Yeah.
padlock on the basement. Maybe a shed of some kind. Put the padlock on the shed. Keep the kid in
Dog
there.
collar.
Shed closet.
Yeah, I don't know what the solution is, Patrick. Hopefully, you can find a way to not scare them, but still explain to them that it's dangerous or scary to play in the street.
And some quick things. We got frenemy of the people who said gestures at world. We got Christiane Knuble who said literally everything. And we're suffering with you, everybody. Suffering. But then we got Dirty Bloody Heart who said, I got major spine surgery and have to ride in a car.
Oh, that's probably you probably got tons of bruises. It's probably super sore. That's my guess.
Yeah, I've never even road trips without spine surgery are pretty exhausting and they hurt my butt. So can't imagine with a spine thing, Dirty Bloody Heart.
I mean, hopefully you don't have to. It doesn't look like you're driving, so maybe you're able to take some sort of medication that you're probably on after a surgery, and maybe that relieves some of the pain. Hopefully they don't hit every manhole cover and speed bump
And hopefully maybe you can like not have to ride in a car that much unless you drive Uber for a living.
Yeah,
Drive Uber.
Yeah, it just says you have to ride in a car. It doesn't say you have like a road trip or anything coming up. So hopefully, you can take an easy ride and they don't have to be there in a hurry.
Yeah, it'll all be right. And you'll heal up soon, I assume.
I certainly hope so.
Fingers crossed, you'll heal up soon.
Yeah.
And that's all the topics I have. Do you have any more?
That's all I've got since I posted this morning.
Yeah, I never got surgery. I got my tonsils out. That was bad, but I was also like 6 years old. But
man,
just like throwing up blood and stuff.
Yeah, I'm still rocking my tonsils.
Yeah, I think that was like a fad in the 90s. They just cut them out for no reason, and then people were like, "Yeah, I don't think we have to do this."
We needed a real reason for these kids to have ice cream.
Yeah, right. Oh, so horrible. This is so traumatizing. And they gave me anesthesia. They were like, "What flavor do you want?" I'm like, "What
flavor?"
Yeah, they had flavored for kids. So I had grape. So literally for like maybe a year and a half, I couldn't eat grapes. This trauma of grapes.
Grapes of wrath.
Yeah, I think that was a 90s thing too. A lot of fruit flavoring and everything. Fruit flavored scalpel. They're like, "What flavor do you want your scalpel?" It's shaped like a banana.
Yeah, what flavor drill? Floss is flavored though. I remember floss being flavored for a while.
Sometimes it is, yeah. It's flavored like mine is flavored like Listerine.
And there's some that are like cinnamon.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's peppermint too, which is similar.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah. They had floss flavored. They also had like, when I was a kid, they had flavored toothpaste.
Yeah. I don't rock that. I never did.
And I remember my shampoo had smelled like grape too, probably. I don't know, a lot of grape flavors back then.
Grape, not great.
Yeah. It wasn't a great grape. No. Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. No fruit though. Just the fruit flavors.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I hated cherry medicine. Oh no, I
Yeah,
hated
gross.
I hated
Just keep it
orange
plain.
flavored. Yeah, the
Why
orange
make it
medicine was.
cherry?
Oh,
Oh,
cherry was better than orange. Orange was the worst.
orange is bad. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that orange Dayquil or whatever.
Yes, it's the worst one. The green one, Louis Black has the best NyQuil. Or yeah, he goes NyQuil is great because it comes in two colors, red and green. And he's like, and it's the only thing on earth that tastes like red and green.
Liz Black's so funny. He also had that joke about candy corn.
Oh,
Every year, like an amnesia patient, I'm like, ooh, what's this? Oh, it's gross. Looks like corn, tastes like crap.
oh, so funny.
And then he says they haven't made it since like the 1910s. They just
Yeah,
collect it.
they're just collecting it from the dumpster.
Because no one eats it, but everyone buys it.
Yeah. Oh man,
So good.
so funny.
All right. Well, that's our show, everybody. Right. See
Yeah,
ya.
we got to wrap it up. Thank you everybody for listening. And where are you going to be coming up?
I'll be in Chicago this Thursday, I believe the 21st through Saturday, where I'll see Malls. And then after that, I'll be in Des Moines that next week, which I believe is the 27th or 29th or 30th. I'll be in Des Moines. 21st, 23rd, I'll be in Chicago.
Beautiful. And I will be in Des Moines the week after you.
Oh, wow.
And I will be in Long Island opening for Brian Regan on the 29th and 30th. And,
oh my God, that's coming up.
And these are going to be good shows. So please come see us. Come and I'll be opening for Joe List in Des Moines.
That ticket is expensive, huh?
Yeah, we're probably doing your move.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
I know you mocked me for that move.
Well, because it's just an extra night in Des Moines.
Yeah, but then you wake up and you don't have to stress about getting to Des Moines.
I'd rather just be home, but with what's going on, with prices, so I don't want to do this, but I am too.
The flights too are bad options out of Des Moines. It's like 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. So just fly 6 p.m. Thursday.
I'd rather hire a skyrider or a skydiving coach and have them drop me off.
Could work.
Good work.
Be a long flight though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, people, check us out. Check Steve out. Check me out. Check out the Patreon. $5 a month gets you 4 bonus episodes. Check out their social media. All links will be in the description of this episode.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned for the music.
Stay tuned for the music. All right. Ending. All right, let me stop it.